When choosing a pair of drumsticks, there's a few things you need to consider. One of those is the diameter of the sticks. Okay, so obviously a larger diameter means a thicker stick. A smaller diameter means a thinner stick. So a thicker stick is going to be heavier, so it's going to be more powerful and it's going to be more durable. And a thinner stick is going to be lighter and it's going to be a little bit less durable. The diameter of a drumstick is measured as a fraction of an inch, and the most common is about 0.565 inches. And drumstick manufacturers number their sticks in terms of thickness. So the lower the number, the thicker the stick, the higher the number, the thinner the stick. Okay, and there's also letters within those numbers. So for instance, you can get a 5A and a 5B. A is thinner, B is thicker. So a 5A would be thinner than a 5B. So as a guide, if you want a drumstick with an average thickness and weight, try a size 5A. And if you want something slightly thinner and lighter, try a size 7A. And if you want to go even thinner and lighter than that, try a size 8D. And if you want something thicker and heavier than average, try a size 5B. And if you want to go even thicker and heavier than that, you can try a size 2B. Another thing you need to consider is the length of the stick. So that's going to affect the balance point. So a longer stick is going to have more leverage and more reach, and a shorter stick is going to be easier to control and it's going to feel quicker. Now sticks don't vary in length too much. Shorter sticks are about 15.5 inches, and then you've got in the middle about 16 inches, and then longer sticks are about 16.5 inches. There's also junior sticks which are around 13 inches in length. There's also the taper of the stick. So what's the taper? So from the bottom of the stick, we've got this consistent thickness. Okay, then we come to the shoulder of the stick here, and between the shoulder of the stick and the tip, so the bottom of the tip is called the neck. So between the shoulder and the neck here, you see how the stick tapers in, so it gets thinner. So this is the taper of the stick. So you can get different size tapers. So you can either get a short taper, you can get a medium taper, or you can get a longer taper. The taper affects the feel and performance of the stick. So a shorter taper means there's going to be more weight at the top of the stick, so it's going to be more top heavy, which is going to produce more power, it's going to be stiffer, and it's going to have a bit more strength. A longer taper means there's going to be less weight at the top of the stick, so they're going to be easier to move, so they're going to feel faster. They're also going to have more flex, so they're going to be less stiff, and they're also going to have more response. Another thing to consider is the tip of the stick. Now this is obviously the main part of the stick that comes into contact with the playing surfaces. Now the bigger the surface area of the tip, the more sound that's going to be produced. A smaller tip is going to be more articulate, and a bigger tip is going to produce a fuller sound. Now the tips of a stick are named after their shape, so you can get teardrop, barrel, oval, ball or acorn tip sticks. For a small contact point for an articulate sound, you can try a ball tip, and if you want a more full sound, you can try a teardrop tip. There's also nylon tips which will produce a brighter, more defined sound on the cymbals. Another thing to consider is the type of wood of the stick. So we've got hickory, which is a heavy, dense wood. It's durable, it's stiff, it's got good absorption, so when you hit the playing surfaces, this stick absorbs most of the vibrations which send less into your hands and arms. Or you can choose maple, which is lighter, so it's slightly less durable, and it has more flex, so it's not as stiff. Or you can try oak, which is even heavier and even more durable. So choosing a pair of drumsticks comes down to personal preference. It's how they feel in your hand, how they respond when you play, and it also comes down to the type of music you're playing. So try some different thicknesses, different weights, different lengths, different tapers, different tips and different woods, and find the right stick for you.